And good afternoon and happy holidays from all of us here at the Streaming News and the Sports Network. We have a wonderful game coming your way during a holiday week. We've got the Griswold Wolverines taking on the Redcoats of Berlin, or is it Berlin? We don't know. We've never been here before.
That's right.
So anyway, all I know is hey, we're somewhere near Newington in New Britain. Hard hitting New Britain.
I'd say Berlin. Berlin, maybe.
Berlin. Okay. Mike Minarski,
Berlin.
That's me.
It doesn't matter.
Being joined in the broadcast booth, and I am so happy for this, is Kevin the Merchant joining us on basketball. Kevin, how are you?
Hey, I'm great, Mike. Great, Mike. Looking forward to the season here. And, first away game, and it's far away. But looking forward to watching these Wolverines play. It certainly is nice looking out in that court and seeing the whole team here today.
Yeah, they're shooting around. We did watch the tail end of the JV contest. The JV team not as fortunate as we hope that the varsity team will be. They took the L 53-36. Now we don't know a whole lot about the Berlin team. We do know that they have an interim coach. His name is Stan Glowiak, and he is the interim coach here for the Redcoats. Of course, the Wolverines, 13 years now. I think that's what he said this morning on our show.
Yeah, Coach Molesky this morning, he and the other Merch were on your show this morning, and I believe, and he actually, Rob really couldn't remember. He said, I got to keep going back and adding them up. He says 12, 13, something like that.
And, he took over for the winningest coach in Griswold history, excuse me, for basketball, Gary Cannell. Gary Cannell was the basketball coach for Griswold when I went to Griswold High School.
Tough act to follow, Coach Cannell, I tell you what.
That's for sure. Now Molesky, 12 or 13 years, he's been the head coach of the Wolverines.
And I'm not sure I knew this, but he mentioned this morning that he actually coached at Woodstock
I didn't know
prior to coming to Griswold. So I don't believe he was an assistant at Griswold and got the head job, when Coach Cannell left. But I think he came from Woodstock and secured the Griswold head coaching job. So and he's been a great coach. Kids really like him. They respect him, and he's looking forward to a good season, I think.
Griswold has only played one game so far this season. It was a home game. It was against the Putnam Clippers. They were taking them to task pretty much in the first half. And then the game kind of
unraveled a little.
Yeah.
Unraveled a little bit. And, they lost a little control and got in some foul trouble. And, again, when you're missing 3 out of 5 starters, those things kind of happen because the kids who are out there in the court just haven't played together enough. And, those 5 kids who were expected to start last week played together. Oh, a lot of them have played together since they were in 5th grade. But they played together during the summer in a summer league. They played together in the fall. They played together in tournaments. And when you get out of 5 out of the mix, it becomes a whole different dynamic. And struggled with that, especially in the second half, as you pointed out, Mike.
And another kid that played with him and still plays with him and stuff like that is hung up the sneakers and have opted for being the best cameraman this side of the Mississippi. It's Cam the Cam Man. Hi, Cam. He's waving. Cam Staniski will be the one that will be your eyes this afternoon as he will be panning back and forth so you can watch the game right here on SNSN. So the Clippers lost coming into Griswold against the Wolverines, 56-50.
And they were shorthanded too, Mike. They had a couple of kids who had to quarantine, as all schools are having to have to deal with these days. So they were down some kids. Griswold's down some kids. It wasn't a true rendition of what a Griswold Putnam game probably would have been like if everybody was present.
Now, as far as the Redcoats are concerned, this is only their 3rd game. So, you know what? Every team across the state, Kevin, affected by the COVID-19 virus. Some games get to play. We didn't know really until this afternoon whether or not this game is going to be played or not.
Yeah, halfway up here, Mike. We could have gotten a call halfway up, because
Right.
as soon as someone tests positive or is exposed, and that person, whether it's a player, coach, whoever, is also exposed to the team, in a heartbeat, the whole schedule can change on you, which has been so frustrating for these coaches and players. So to have everybody on the court today is a great thing. To have some spectators in the stands is a great thing. And I think these kids
That's
are
really all about the spectators.
Really looking forward to.
Well, Berlin police is trying to duck the camera. What the heck? So anyway, sorry, I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I know. Well, at least it was the police that were ducking, and it wasn't someone he was chasing.
Should have walked by and flexed. Oh my goodness. All right, the game is just about ready to start. The Wolverines kind of holding court in the middle of their bench right now with Coach Josh, who happens to be of course, the JV head coach, Rob Molesky, we said earlier, head coach of the Wolverines. Going back to Berlin, they are 1-1. They lost to Conard by the score of 75-40 back on December 16th, and they did win on the 28th. They beat a Creek school, the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering. There was an away game, and they won 64-53, and that was a noontime game.
I like this matinee schedule here today, Mike. It's pretty nice. I know the kids are on vacation, so it's the only afternoon game, obviously, on the schedule. But it's pretty nice being here in the afternoon.
I think we're going to get the starting lineups right now as the athletic director for the Redcoats is coming out with the microphone. I'm sure we'll have the national anthem shortly after that.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Berlin High School and the William A. Gibney Gymnasium at this afternoon's game between Griswold High School and your Berlin Redcoats. Before we start, we would like to acknowledge that this season is dedicated to Berlin's beloved varsity basketball coach, Mike Veneziano, known as Coach V, who passed away this month after a long illness. Coach V was a great coach, mentor, and friend who dedicated countless hours to the men's basketball program the past 15 years. We will deeply miss him. Family, friends, players, and community members, and all in attendance tonight, please honor Coach V with a moment of silence. The moment of silence will be 13 seconds for the number of years Coach V was varsity coach at the Asians. Thank you. Later in the season, we will honor Coach V's further at a date to be determined. We look forward to welcoming you all back. Now, introducing the starting lineups. First for Griswold. At guard, a sophomore, number 21, Sean Garrett. At guard, junior, number 4, Tommy Matson.
Here comes the starting lineup for the Wolverines.
Junior, number 5,
Sean Garvin, number 21. Tommy Points Matson, number 4. Kyle Rude, number 5. Evan Merchant gets the start at forward, and Jeff Suvenance, Jeffrey Dunk underneath the basket. We thought that Sims was going to get the start in the middle, but apparently that has changed sometime between this morning. So Marino Finelli, we're talking Berlin now, gets the start. Toby Lavender, number 2 for Berlin. River Eberhardt, number 20. Zachary Skinner, number 3. And the captain, Ryan Steck, number 24. And the head coach right now, he's an interim coach, Stan Glowiak. And right now we're going to pose for the national anthem. All right, Kevin, you know what that signifies, right? You know what that signifies when the national anthem is played? We're just about ready for some basketball. What's that, Kim?
Kate said he had symptoms.
Oh, well, we were curious. One of the players that is not here is Kincaid Rubino, and he just texted in and said that he right now has symptoms of COVID-19. And Cade, we hope you get well quick.
Not sure that all our listeners heard what just happened before the game started, but the athletic director this season is being dedicated to Michael Veneziano, who was the basketball coach of Berlin for 13 years, who just passed away on December 15th after a long illness. And the Berlin high school community and the community at large is still in mourning. Great individual, and the team is dedicating the year to him. Very sad.
Yeah,
very sad.
Very, very sad because it just happened within the last week and a half.
Yeah, 10 days before Christmas, all the stuff that goes along with that. But just a somber, sobering moment for this Berlin high school community.
All right, we're getting ready for the opening tip-off. It's going to be Smalley and Suvanants. Yeah, we're getting ready for some basketball. Let's play. Here we go. And Tommy points. Matson gets it on over to Kyle Rude. They were trying to get a quick 2 and out of bounds. Going to go to the Redcoats.
Kyle just couldn't get the handle on that pass by Tommy.
Toby Lavender, number 2 at the point, bringing the ball down. Gets it over half court. Matson on top of him. Passes left on over to Smalley and underneath to number 3, Zachary Skinner. For 2. Wolverines bringing it right down. Matson trying to drive. Goes to the left over to Garvin. Merchant left to the key. Passes back over to Matson. Good defense there by Berlin. Suvanants at the top of the key. That's he almost shuffled his feet with a travel there. They keep getting the ball back to Merchant. He stops, pops, boom. 2 points. 2-2.
It's a good start for Evan because once he gets on a roll, he can put some points together. We'll see what happens here. But that was a nice jumper, moving the ball well. Tommy Matson just back. He was not available last week against Putnam either. So having him out there at the point and Sean Garvin filling in very nicely. We'll see what these Wolverines can do today.
Well, one of the I should say 3, the Strain triplets. They're just back today as well. As they were out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, Coach said this morning that the team has not been together since December 13th. They did practice together yesterday, but one day does not get everybody back in sync again.
Some comments already in the chat room. Evan E-Dog Anderson says, Berlin, Connecticut, that's a long way from home court. Go Wolverines. Christine Jones says, I wish my boys played in school, but the youngest boy did get a physical fitness award. Well, there we go. Berlin with the ball. And they get it under to Skinner. And almost stolen by Suvanants. But driving to the hoop is number 3, Zachary Skinner. He's got all 4 points so far for the Redcoats. Matson drives over to the lane, hands it on over to Garvin, back up to Merchant, who drives down the lane, puts it up and in. So
one of those things, Mike. Once you hit an outside shot, you're gonna play you a little tight. Then you do that little roll and go to the basket.
4-4 is the score. Merchant stripped the ball, but I think he's going to get called for a foul. No, they called it on Lucas Strain. Lucas is not even out there, is he?
No,
that's on Merchant. They put the wrong number up there.
Yeah, and Evan's got to watch out because he had some foul trouble last week, so he's got to be very careful.
Ball's out of bounds, back to the Wolverines. See if the Wolverines can grab the lead here.
Really spreading it out here.
It's Merchant to Matson, little game of catch. Garvin all alone for 3 off the back rim. Suvanats with the rebound. Back to Garvin, to Merchant, left to the key. And he almost gets tripped up, but he goes to the baseline. Bounce pass. Supposed to go to Suvanats, but goes to Tommy Matson. And he knocks it off the rim, no good. And the ball is stolen right back by Jeff Suvanats on a faulty pass. He's going to go up. And
the blocking foul.
Going to get a blocking foul, yeah. And Suvanats is going to go for 2. So that foul was on Skinner. He's going to shoot 2. He hits the first one.
Our first subs in the game here, Mike.
Suvanats misses the second. 5-4. Griswold.
The first strain is on the court. Jacob, number 2.
Michael's out there too.
Oh,
number
Michael's
3.
out there too. Sorry.
Double dribble. Looked like that on Lavender. Turnover back to Griswold. 5-4. We are in the first. 5 left to go in the first. We are live from Berlin High School, home of the Redcoats. Upward pass to Matson. He's going to go right to the hoop with it. And he's going to bring it back to Suvanats, who's going to drive the lane once again. Throws it up. Kind of little finger roll. No good. Berlin with the ball. Berlin having a hard time getting the ball inside. However, they don't need to do that when you got Skinner hitting the 3. Or was it a?
That was a 3.
It was a 3, yeah.
Yep. They'll have 7 points for the Redcoats this afternoon.
Strain thought about it. Out to Merchant for 3, just to the left of the hoop. No good. Suvanats comes with the rebound, and it looks like he's going to draw a foul. That's going to go on Smalley. That's his first. So it's a second team foul on the Redcoats. Suvanats off the back of the backboard, no good. Merchant gets the ball, falls on the ground with it. Did he get pushed? Or
I'm not sure what happened there, Mike. I don't know if they called travel on him or kind of tough seeing through the kids on the bench here.
I think they may have called a travel.
Might have come down with the ball and fell.
Suvanats steals the ball from Berlin.
Go.
Here he goes, and he's no good. He's having a tough time finding it. Tommy Matson under the hoop trying to get it outside to Strain. No good. Suvanats jumps up, hits it, good.
Nice rebound by Jeff. we talked a little bit about it this morning. Block on Michael, foul on Michael Strain. Talk about Jeff this morning, how he has progressed from a reserve guard to a top flight player, and you know, he can really hit the boards. He can alter a lot of shots under the basket, and has come a long way.
He's going to have to step it up when since his brother Noah is coming up in the ranks, who's the leading scorer for the middle school.
I think that's another quick foul on Michael, from what I could see.
Yeah, that should be his second.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, and that's just a reflection of not being on the court for a while, not playing competitive or even practice basketball for a couple of weeks. You get a little bit of a step behind maybe, but that's what happens sometimes. You're not in sync.
Both are missed, and nowhere to go for Zachary Skinner. That's another foul. That's another strain.
I think that's on Jacob.
That's on Jacob. That's a fourth team foul. Boy, you see Suvanot Sky for that rebound?
Yeah.
Still tie score 7-7 in the first. Just over 3 to go. And they're going to get a foul underneath as Garvin popped a 3, but it's not going to count. Let's see what they're going to do here. I didn't get the number there. 24.
It's Ryan Steck.
That's Ryan Steck, yeah.
I actually thought Jeff was a little lucky on that, because the way he was steamrolling down the lane, I thought he was going to get called for a charge. Yeah. A little discussion between the refs. Not on the foul, I'm sure, but.
Lucas Strain, the inbound gets blocked and stolen by Lavender from Berlin. Sends it on over to Finelli.
That's 2 on Jacob.
So the refs are calling the fouls pretty quick. That's 5 team fouls.
2 on Michael and 2 on Jacob, too. It's not good.
And it's really early in the game. Berlin's still having trouble getting the ball inside. I mean, the Wolverines definitely are a larger team than the Redcoats. So they are.
So far, all you got to do is get it to Skinner and.
They're going to call a jump ball on that.
Wow. Do we have a replay of that? That was pretty darn good. They had 2 Wolverines up.
Suvanot's and Merch?
No, it was. I thought it was Jacob. I think it was Jacob and Jeff maybe. I think Merch is staying away because he doesn't need that second foul too. That would be critical.
You know, I have resigned to the fact that I'm just going to say Strain because I still can't tell them apart. Long 3 from Finelli downtown, and he hits. 10-7. The Redcoats in the lead. They get the ball underneath the Garvin. He's not going to hit, and the rebound comes to Steck. And here comes Berlin. They're going to call it another foul.
That's on Michael.
That's on
Lucas, excuse me.
That's on Lucas.
That's on Lucas. Is that 16 fouls?
That is 16
fouls.
Go to
1 on the next foul, man.
Yeah. And we still have 2 minutes to go in the
first quarter. 1-1 first half is not great.
Not good. Underneath the basket, Steck for 2. His first points of the ball game. Berlin opening up a 5-point lead, 12-7. It's not helpful that another steal. They couldn't get the ball over.
Nope.
And they got numbers and no good from Finelli.
Oh, they called him out of bounds.
They called him out of bounds back to the
Did he
Wolverines.
get,
And we're going to get a timeout here.
Steck went flying into the exit door there, but seems to be okay.
I think so. You know, it could be very, very easy that they come flying at us.
Could be.
You know?
And I know what you do. You dive into the table. I've seen that before in baseball.
Well, you get a baseball coming up my face. I mean, of course I'm going to duck. I'm definitely going to duck.
Griswold's not getting any more offensive rebounds right now. It's one and done. And I'll tell you what, Berlin's really aggressive on the offensive side. Going to the basket, getting fouled.
I want to say thank you to the Burns Agency for being a sponsor of Wolverine basketball right here on SNSN. The Burns Agency in Norwich and in Dayville. Check them out at burnsagency.com. Find out why you will buy better at Burns.
So 5 unanswered points by the Redcoats, who was 7-7 just a couple of minutes ago, and it's down 5 now. Griswold Wolverines. Merch taking it out. They're putting on a little press down here.
We've got to be clear about something. He's Merch. You're the Merch. Oh. And Matson.
Another thrown away pass.
Finelli, 3. He's got 2. He's got back-to-back threes. 15-7. And Lucas trying to go ahead and close the gap a little bit.
Nice to see him with that drive.
And I'm thinking they might be a little bit out of sync. I mean, like I said, they've been off a couple of weeks because of COVID protocols. So, and they are back. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, nice drive to the hoop. No go, though.
Yeah, no call there either. I thought
I thought Skinner got hacked.
Well, I thought he plowed over Merch.
Oh, he got it right in the nose, too. That's going to be on Lucas. It's going to be on Lucas,
I believe. So the triplets all have 3 fouls. So, you know, they're very competitive. 2 fouls.
Yeah.
They're very competitive, so they want to keep up with each other.
I don't know if that's a game you want to win.
No, huh? No, I guess not.
First one is good from Steck.
But I actually thought Merch could have drawn that offensive, was going to draw that offensive foul, but no call.
And he got the second one. Steck has 4 points. Leads back to 8 under a minute to go, 17-9. Garvin getting double teamed. And looks like they
go backcourt. I think they called it backcourt.
It was backcourt on Lucas.
Yep.
Lucas
You're just Griswold's just not in sync at the moment. They're not in sync. They look much different than they did last week. But again, they're getting their 3 starters back. It's they got to get that chemistry going again.
Lavender going around. He says, "Oh, I'll just take it myself." No good. Merch with the rebound. Outlaw pass to Matson, but good bring in there by Garvin, and boom, Matson. Tommy points. Shades of CJ.
Yeah, Tommy's a good outside shooter. He's another kid who gets on a roll and get 3-4 in a row. Pull that defense out, and then you go down low.
Try to get one more shot off. No good. That's going to be the end of the first. Your score, the Redcoats 12, 17. The Wolverines. Hey, Cam, how cool would it be to get some pictures of the cameraman? That'd be kind of cool. 17-12 here live from Berlin High School. Merch.
Just please reminder, we're available.
The Wolverines picked up 7 fouls in the first.
We need to make sure that we're wearing our masks properly. Both players on the court, coaches, we all need to wear our masks.
They're making mask announcements.
I'm going to have to clear everybody out of the gym, and there will be no spectators the remainder of the season. Please don't make me be the bad guy. This is coming from Department of Health at the state level, the local level, and CIAC. If you email me or call me regarding this, I'm not going to take it. So just please put on your mask properly and enjoy the boys. Thanks.
So the athletic director making the announcement here, just to go ahead and be safe. Everybody needs to wear their masks appropriately, or he said right out, we will clear out the gym. And unfortunately, you have to do that these days, right? Because the Department of Health is certainly not playing any games with this. I mean, when you have a positivity rate of over 15.
Yeah, I mean, have to.
What are you gonna do?
If fans and spectators want to continue coming to games, they're gonna have to follow the rule. Although they're letting the players pull the mask down below their nose, they are letting that happen, which I don't think they allowed last year. They would stop a game
They
last
did
year,
not.
right?
They
if
did not.
players had it below their nose, but maybe they're determined that, the contagions don't come from the nose; they come from the mouth. I don't know, but
Does anybody really know?
yeah, that's a really good question, Mike.
All right, here we go with the start of the second.
Oh,
And
geez.
Murch tried to get over to Matson, but unfortunately, Tommy Matson's not 6'8", and the ball goes out of bounds. So they're starting the second with a turnover.
Yeah, Christian Russell in the game now, I think, for the first time. So Christian's a good outside shooter as well. You got to do something to open this up a little bit and get some rebounds at the same time.
Marino Fenley gets the ball back over to Ryan Steck. Underneath, Merchant steals the ball.
Nice steal by Evan.
He's going to go all the way to the hoop. Draw the foul. Basket's no good. But he's going to go to the line and shoot two. That was on River Eberhardt.
The fourth foul on Berlin.
And Murch is going to shoot two. First one's no good. (17-12). We've seen a couple of games this year, won and lost, in the girls' games and the GMS games, won and lost at the free throw line. And Merchant hits the second one. Merchant's got 5 of the 13 points for the Wolverines.
Oh,
nice block.
Nice block by Christian Russell.
Russell paying dividends right away.
Yeah, every foul now against the Wolverines is a 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Well, for the next 3 anyway, and then it becomes a bonus situation. So
he's shooting two. Finelli likes to shoot from outside, but he can't. Matson's not letting him anywhere near. On over to Lavender. Number 23. Eberhardt, no good, followed up. And the Wolverines get the ball, but they are very, very aggressive, is Berlin, to get the ball back, but to no avail. As Tommy Matson controls the ball over to Merchant at the top of the key. Wolverines trying to set it up a little bit, trying to drive the lane to good. Nowhere to go, but he's going to go to the other side. Drops it off to Rude. That goes right over the backboard. Good. Russell, I'm sorry.
Oh, God, look at that. Oh. Tell you what, hitting the boards.
Yep.
Berlin's hitting the boards, getting offensive rebounds, getting defense. They're getting themselves in good position.
They had a couple of second chance points there, and with that one right there, Steck they just followed it right up. So they had 2 second chance shots there.
And there were 2 Redcoats on the basket and no Wolverines right then and there. So
19-13 is your score. So what do you how do you like playing doing basketball, Merch?
I don't know. How do you like me doing basketball?
Oh, come on, I didn't ask you that.
Minsk. No, it's good. I'll have to, I'll get used to the speed. It's not like baseball where you
No.
hit one pitch and then the next pitch. Softball is even faster than baseball.
Doing great.
But it's fun.
Hey, we got a new sponsor. How about this?
Who's that?
Cash. Cash for cars. You need cash? I know some people that do. You got an old jalopy in the backyard? Have Cash for Cars. Come and get it. They'll pay you between $300 and $400 cash money. Cash money. So 373-2556, or just find them on Facebook. Send them a message on Facebook. It is monitored all the time. It's the Strain's dad. Just so you know. Cash for Cars. Find them on Facebook. All right, the Wolverines have the ball. Russell going to inbound it. 6:25 to go in the first half. Great defense.
Yeah,
Great defense by Berlin.
That was off Finelli's foot there.
So we're going to do it all over again.
Kyle Root coming in for Christian Russell. Tell you what, these Redcoats, they've been pressing almost whole game now. Getting the ball in bounds is a task. Oh,
Yeah,
it's deflected.
no good. Nice deflection by Stack, though. And the ball's going to get ripped around. And they're going to call a foul.
I think they're calling that on Steck. Yeah,
You are correct,
which
sir.
is his second. Oh, my goodness.
And
They are just not being
was
careful
Skinner.
with the ball right now.
1-13. 8-point lead for the Redcoats. And rode away.
The Griswold team is just discombobulated right now.
Very fast-paced team is Berlin. But you know what? They're also playing with a purpose today.
I think their whole season's going to be that way, Mike.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
You have Michael and Jacob Strain back in the game. Nice drive to the hoop.
You see how many people
Good at
were
the
underneath
basket.
the book for Berlin? They're definitely getting those extra shots where Griswold is not getting them like they are. Strain to Strain. To Suvanot. Oh! What a smash away block.
The Wolverines are pretty much getting outplayed in almost every aspect of the game
Yeah,
right now.
Eberhardt just slapped that ball away.
And they're getting rattled, and they're making some bad passes. They're not rebounding like we know they can. So, again, that's not taking anything away from Berlin, who is playing very well.
They almost threw it away again. But Strain picked it up on over to, it was Jacob to Michael to Suvanot's underneath. And how?
Wow, Jeff Suvanot gets blocked twice here in about 30 seconds. Pretty unusual.
And number 23, Eberhardt, knocks down a three. 24-13, 11-point lead. Matson, probably the smallest guy on the court, drives in. No good. Here come the Redcoats.
It's that one and done, Mike. No offensive rebounds.
Pass on over cross court to Skinner. He's trying to find some sort of distance to get inside. Can't seem to do it. But they are definitely getting shots off. Eberhardt, no good. Suvanot's bringing it down. But you're right. Oh, look at they're going to give him a little bit of space there, and he makes it. Suvanot's.
His fifth point in the afternoon, That's not normally. I don't think that's what coach wants to see. Is Jeff Suvanant's going coast to coast. But if we can add to the scoreboard, he'll take it. I'm sure. Not sure who that was.
Off the ball foul.
Oh.
It was on Griswold, and that is on Tommy Matson. So that is his first.
Team 8th.
So now they're shooting 1-1.
We got Lucas Strain back in the game. Merch is back in the game.
That's Smalley. He hits the first one. Here's the second one. He hits it. Wolverines just not putting any points up on the board. Strain puts up a 3. No good. And here comes the Redcoats again. Here come the Redcoats. Driving the lane is Lavender. No good. Here come the Wolverines. Jacob Strain pulls it down.
Over to Michael.
On to Michael. And in.
Nice little up and in. Michael's first points of the season.
Wolverines still down by 9. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Skinner kind of taking his time, bringing it down. You know, this is going to come down to, I think, a little some conditioning at travel. Finale travel. I think you're going to take a look and see what kind of conditioning, because they're both playing all out. So we'll have to see in the second half what happens. I mean, you don't know. I mean,
both playing hard.
The Redcoats come out. They could come out gassed in the second half. One guy that they've been guarding quite a bit has been Merch. Ball gets away from Michael Strain. And a long pass and blocked by Suvanants. Skinner was all by himself underneath the hoop.
Wolverines might have got a little lucky on that one, because I thought Merch might have hit him, and then I thought Jeff might have hit him. And sometimes even when you don't hit him, if it looks like you hit him, then you get the foul call. But they were refs were pretty lenient there.
Shot no good there by Jake Smalley. Michael Strain bringing the ball down. Is he going to go take it all by himself? Yes, he will. And it is no good. Didn't get the shooter's roll. But they do get the rebound over to Tommy Matson. It looked like he was going to take it, but he's going to drive instead. Put it up, no good. But look who's there to bop it in, Kyle Rude.
Nice follow.
Cuts a lead to 7. 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Those are things they have not been doing, is getting those offensive rebounds.
Oh, my Lord. That was from Newington.
Manelli pranked that one, didn't he?
That's his third 3.
Yeah. And I don't think any one of them has hit the rim yet.
And there we go. Again.
I thought it might have been deflected, but nope.
The sloppy play for the Wolverines. Continues. 29-19.
Well, Coach said they had a lot of work to do. Evan said they had a lot of work to do this morning. And I think this is kind of a good follow-up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice pick. Over to Jacob.
Rebound by Lavender as Jacob's 3 didn't fall. Oh, look at this. He doesn't miss. Finelli, 4 threes. He's got 12
points, all 3 so far.
He hasn't missed yet. And you're right, he hasn't even hit the rim yet.
That one might have grazed it. Who hit that?
That was Jacob Strain for 2. You're not going to stay in the lead. And there you go. There's Jacob with a steal, and he's going to bring it on up. And he somehow didn't get fouled. And And
he may have come back and fouled, though. I think that was a frustration foul.
I think so, too.
If it was on Jacob, I think that's what happened.
second. Looks like they're coming down here to shoot the 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul. Yeah.
Yep.
So he's got 3.
Yeah.
So he may see limited time. He's coming out of the game.
No, that's actually Michael.
Oh, that's Michael coming out. Russell is back in.
Jacob is out also, so he must have came out first.
First one by Eberhard is good.
Jacob is playing with a broken finger, by the way. We were told this morning he has a splint. I don't know which exactly what finger he has now, but I think he has 2 fingers taped together with a splint on that broken one. So
Eberhard misses the second one. The Wolverines bring the ball down. They just can't seem to get anything together. But Suvanats is underneath.
Very aggressive defense, just really aggressive defense. And the refs are letting a lot of. They're not calling fouls that should be called, but they're letting them play. That's how they put it. They're letting them play.
I think they're going to go ahead and just try to get one more shot off here before the end of the half. And
great move.
Great move by Skinner.
Wow.
That's going to be the end of the first half. And the Redcoats sporting their largest lead of the game. 12 points. It's 35-23.
Yeah.
So Merch, it's been a tough first half.
Yeah.
For the visiting Wolverines today.
Yeah. Again, I think it kind of reiterates what the coach said this morning. They still have a lot of work to do, and again, having 3 starters not available for the last couple of weeks or whatever has been rough, and they just have to play together a little bit more. They play together all summer, but even taking a couple of weeks apart, you lose your sync. You get out of sync a little bit. You get a little bit behind, and I'll tell you what, the Redcoats are just bringing it right to them. They are very aggressive, very scrappy, and they've got some good shooters. Gosh, between Finelli and Skinner, they got some very good shooters here.
They absolutely do, and they're very. You said it. They're very, very aggressive. They're very aggressive, especially underneath the board.
They're
getting second and third chance shots,
and we're not tracking rebounds, but if we were, I'd say the Wolverines are out rebounded about 3-1 so far.
Absolutely. So let's kind of run down the scoring right now for the Wolverines. Lucas Strain with 2, Jacob with 2, Michael Strain with 2, Kyle Rude with 2, Evan Merchant with 5, and Suvanats leads the charge with 7. That's your scoring lineup, or your scoring for the Wolverines. Now you look over at Berlin. Marino Finelli. You said it on I think the just before he hit the third one that he has not even hit the backboard.
Yeah, I think the last one he might have grazed the rim a little bit,
just a little bit.
And these are shots that are 3 feet beyond the arc.
Yeah, some of them. One was from it was an NBA 3. One of them was an NBA. So anyway, Finelli with 4 3-pointers. He's got 12. Lavender doesn't have any points. Skinner has 11. Jake Smalley, he's got a couple of free throws. He's got 2 points. Let's see. Ryan Steck has 6. A couple from the line. Eberhardt, he has 4, and that is your scoring for the Redcoats of Berlin. It's a nice auditorium. It's big.
Very nice. Got a fair crowd here this afternoon. It's a big gym. A lot of people are working, parents and whatnot. But we got a few people in here at the matinee session of a Berlin high school basketball game.
It is a matinee game.
Matinee.
So let me ask you a question. I don't think I've ever asked you this. This is not anything sports related, but when you start driving to a game and you're about to ready to put the headset on and you're going to broadcast, when you're driving, what kind of music do you listen to?
Oh, I'm a country guy. You know that. And I know you absolutely hate it. But
Stand
yeah. I was at a 92.5 on the way up here. Once you get so far, once you get so far out of Norwich, you can't get WCTY anymore. That's another story. Yeah, I know. No, it makes you vomit. I know.
Not a country fan.
How about
at
you?
all.
What'd you listen to on the way up? You and Cam?
Well, actually, Cam was playing DJ on the way up, and he was putting on pretty much like thrash metal the entire way. Cameron, what do you call it? Was it just speed metal? What was it? Heavy metal? Huh?
There's a lot. Well, there's thrash, there's metalcore.
Thrash, metalcore.
Metalcore was mostly that.
Yeah.
Metalcore is the broad term.
It's the broad.
It was Kev. It was just. It was driving. You get guys screaming like this the entire way. So that was our entertainment on the way up. So once again, we are live here at Berlin High School, 35-23. Berlin outplaying the Wolverines. Sorry to say, in every facet of the ball game, Kevin.
Yeah, so far they've come out here ready to play, and again, we talked a little bit about Coach V, Berlin's coach, who passed away earlier this month. Just just a couple of weeks ago. And I think these kids have a lot of Coach V in them because they're coming out with a purpose here, and they are just playing hard. They're they're scrappy. They're rebounding. They're getting positioned to rebound, and then they're hitting shots.
Yeah,
they're hitting shots. They have a couple of kids here, as you said, between Finelli and Skinner. They're putting a ball in a hoop, no doubt about it.
So the Wolverines, here's the other thing too, is at the beginning of the season, the very beginning of the season was shut down. They played a couple of scrimmages, and then they shut it down for what was it, 10 days, something like that. It was pretty close to that. So they had to reschedule a couple of games.
Yeah.
And
thank goodness they're rescheduling and not just canceling. We talked a little bit about that this morning too. I think they're really pushing to get this season in. If you remember just last year, Mike, even though they played some games, they played a grand total of 11 games last year. So they really shortened the season. So the fact that they're rescheduling games, I think, is a big deal.
Well, not only that, but the other thing is that they were only playing schools that were near. I mean, they had everybody. Yep. It was like a geographical
regional schedule, right?
I don't think this game would have happened last year.
Oh, absolutely not. They didn't want these kids traveling. They didn't want them traveling.
Right.
They wanted to stay in the same locale. They didn't want them getting on buses together if they didn't have to.
No. Well, why?
Yeah.
Why would they? Right.
Right.
So, but now they are able to play, and I think you said it best, which is the same thing we talked about this morning, was that they are not canceling, they're postponing.
Yeah.
So the Killingly game, that was an away game, which we were to do,
right,
but we couldn't because they postponed it. And that's going to be I believe January 12th. They also postponed a Plainfield game, right, which was at home, right? Was that a home game?
That was supposed to be the first game of the season. That was supposed to be a home game on Thursday night. We were supposed to do Saturday night in Killingly, which was supposed to follow the Thursday night game at home at Griswold, and that got rescheduled.
Wow, we have
so one of the things too, Mike, is we talked a little bit about this morning as well, is that even though the CIAC has come out with its own guidance, the different high schools, different schools can impose their own rules.
Yeah.
And our next broadcast is supposed to be next Friday night, I believe, the 7th in Stonington.
Yep.
And I had heard today from a pretty good source that Stonington is not allowing spectators at the moment.
That's very possible. We did. We went to Stonington. Cam, we were at Stonington, and they had. They were allowing spectators in, but you had to register online and get a ticket through the Eventbrite system.
So they limiting the number? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
And if you show up and you don't have your online ticket, you better get on your phone really quick.
And they were checking IDs too.
Yeah.
They were checking IDs because you know what happens? People just kind of squeak in.
Yeah.
You know, and you know what? If my kid's playing, I'm going to try to squeak in too.
Yeah,
exactly. And I hate to say it, but.
And Montville may be in that same situation from what I heard. So,
yeah.
Hey, we'll see what Coach Molesky came up with for magic in the locker room just now, because they have to turn this thing around.
They were checking IDs in Montville too. And Montville, who's had a lot of different changes over the last year and a half or so as far as staffing is concerned. They have a new AD. She's a great lady. Got to meet her when we went there for the girls' game as they played Montville. And again, they were checking IDs, and they were allowing 2 people per player.
Wow.
So,
hey, one thing to mention is
sure.
Ryan Tate, who played quite a lot last week against Putnam, is not even dressed right now. And I think you had mentioned when I walked in, you had already been here for the JV game, and Ryan got hurt somehow in the JV game,
right.
And he's not even dressed here for varsity. So
he got knocked on the ground, and he got knocked right in the nose, and then he fell back, and the back of his head hit. So he came off. He had a little bit of a bloody nose, but I talked to him briefly, and he said that they're saying he has a concussion.
Concussion.
And that's another thing that they're very cautious with.
Absolutely.
Is that
and they should be
concussion protocol.
They
sure
should be. Here we go, Mike. Let's see what happens.
Second half, Wolverines down by 12. Who'd they get the ball to? Well, Finelli. But let's just send it on over to Jake Smalley for 3. Four different Redcoats now with 3-point goals. Merchant drives the lane, no good. Brought down by Ryan Steck, and he's going to go all the way to the hoop. Looks like he's going to take it himself, but he passes it off to Smalley. Out to Skinner, and the Wolverines get the ball back.
Every time it leaves Skinner's hands, you think there's another 3 between him and Finelli.
Tommy Matson from downtown. 3.
Tommy's second 3, and the only 2 threes for the Wolverines this afternoon.
6 points off the bench for Tommy Points. Nice drive there by number 3 Skinner, but they are going to call. Are they going to call? They're going to call a blocking foul or a charge? We're going to find out in a second here.
Oh, charge.
That was a charge.
Almost.
That was against Eberhardt. It's his second. So let's see what happens, as far as, conditioning is going to play a big role here.
And there's still pressure in the ball. There's still
Finelli. He doesn't miss. He does not miss. 14 for Finelli.
Nice shot too.
Yeah. Strain to Suvanants, and in gets the shooter's roll. Suvanants with 9, leading the Wolverines.
Got to do more of that. Work the ball around and then find that guy into the hoop.
40-28, 12-point lead for Berlin. Okay. Skinner for 3.
It's his second 3.
8 3-point goals for Berlin in this contest. Has opened up a 15-point lead. Michael Strain, no good. They're going to get it ahead to Finelli. Drives the lane, no good. Gets it out to Skinner, who puts it up, no good. And Merchant comes down with the rebound. Here's Strain, going to come to the hoop, puts it up, no good. Lucas kind of put it like off the back roll of his hand. And that was Finelli. That's the first time he missed. That's the first time Finelli has missed.
I think that was it.
Wolverines ball down by 15.
See a little bit of frustration showing out there on the Griswold side.
They get it Suvanants. Just too much traffic underneath. They can't go. There's Merchant for three. Hit it. That's his first three of the game.
I'm not sure it was a three, Mike.
No, it was a two. No. Yeah, it was a three.
Did they give him three?
Yeah. And we're going to get a timeout. Yeah, it was because it was 43-28. So 4:51 left to go in the third period. 12-point lead for the Redcoats. I thought they'd be a little more hospitable.
You thought they were going to roll over and play dead, and Wolverines just going to come in here and shoot the lights out, huh?
Yeah, but I'm sure this is cliche, but the Redcoats are coming.
Yeah, they're coming, all right.
43-21, 4:51 to go in the third. We will.
Griswold just hasn't found its mojo here. They're just even on offense. They're kind of running into each other. They're just not. They're not in sync. They're some. And that's when you throw bad passes. That's when you're not in the spot you should be in for a rebound. They're just a little bit.
I want to thank our. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I want to thank our friends from Advanced Automotive, Route 138 in Griswold. Thank you very much to the Presluckies. Go see the Tire Queen over at Advanced Automotive, Route 138. They will fix anything, even a trike. Bring it down. Advanced Automotive, Route 138, Griswold, proud sponsor of Wolverine basketball on SNSN.
I think Suvan's had Garvin there, but
the ball's out of bounds. Beautiful attempt there for the Redcoats to keep it in, but couldn't do it. It went right to Merchant, but the ball was already out of bounds. Garvin's going to take a seat. And Jacob Strain coming back into the ball game. Matson is out of bounds. It's going to go right back to the Wolverines.
Michael actually lucked out on that because that was not a good pass.
You know what? I think they're losing the game, with mental mistakes and turnovers.
Yeah, the mental mistake of causing the physical mistake. Causing the physical mistakes. And when you haven't played together in a couple of weeks, that's just exactly what happens.
Merchant at the top of the key gets it on over to Michael Strain. Suvanants tried to set a pick, but there's Tommy Points for three. Keep getting it to Tommy Matson.
Yeah, that's 9 for Tommy with 3 3-pointers. As I said earlier, when you Tommy on a roll, you get him an open shot, and he can bury you.
Wolverines with it. It's the first time that it's been below double digits for a while. There's 2 points for Jake Smalley. He's got 7. Double coverage on Matson. Gets it over to Merchant. He's going to drive the lane to the hoop, and he's good.
Called a charge?
They called a charge.
That was not a good call. I didn't think. Wow.
Looks like Merch is going to take a seat. Kyle Rude back into the game. Finelli dishes out to Lavender, out to Skinner. Underneath the stack. Smalley, no good. Wolverines go ahead and get the rebound. Jacob. We got to call a block on, that was on Smalley. So that's his second foul. And Jacob's going to shoot 2. So they've been kind of poking this lead a little bit. Little by little by little. They are now within 9. So let's see what Jacob can do here. Looks like Devin D'Amico is going to be coming in a couple of seconds. D'Amico, Christian Russell, and Lucas Strain.
It's actually a 10-point lead now, Mike. It was 11.
10, whatever. I can't do that.
That's all right. I still have a little banker in me.
Is that a credit or a debit? Strain misses the second, but I thought the Wolverines had the rebound, but no good. I have the hoop, and he does, and puts it up, and it's good. Skinner with 16 points.
Ooh, looked like a technical on Skinner right there. I don't know what happened, but
Blatant foul. They put a... So D'Amico's going to shoot.
so I think Smalley made Smalley act foul.
Huh? Who's the foul on?
I think Smalley had the foul, and then I think Skinner got the technical.
And D'Amico had
2 for 2 at the line. So
yeah. So we get a technical and the regular foul.
right, he shot the regular foul first,
Yeah.
which he got both, and
And
he got 1 out of 2 on the technical,
they're going to get the ball back.
and they should be getting the ball. So if they can turn this around a little bit and take advantage of that technical, cut into that lead a little. Now it's 9.
Now it's a 9-point lead by the Redcoats. And here
With
come
it-
the Wolverines. Let's see if they can make a run here. Gavin D'Amico paying immediate dividends. Tough kid too, man. He took a shot.
He's a strong kid. He's at the gym all the time.
Yep.
There's a reach in there that wasn't called. Nice move by Christian Russell.
He got away with a walk there. Turnaround jumper, no good. They're still batting it around. Suvanant's really fighting for it, but Steck comes up with it.
Well, it was Jeff against 3. That's
Oh!
the problem. Did he hit Jeff in the face?
Right in the noggin.
Noggin jogger.
A noggin jogger.
That's why Jeff's fighting three guys down here. You know, you can't usually win 3-on-1 or 1-on-3, and that's exactly what happens. we haven't talked about noggin joggers for a
Oh
long
my
time.
God, yeah.
That's right. We did patent that term though, or
Yeah.
copyrighted, or whatever you're supposed to do.
Underneath,
And
Steck, no good. Here come the Wolverines. Strain trying to bring it down. Let's see if he stops. He does. Gets it out to Russell. Over to D'Amico. To Merchant. Count it.
there's a 3.
That's a 3.
That's a big 3 right there. So we're down 6 points, Mike. I'll tell you what, momentum is a funny thing.
Yeah, and that could have changed the momentum a
Oh,
lot.
steal by
Here comes
Merch.
Merchant, here he comes. He's going to hit it all by himself. He's going to bring it up and no good, but he's going to get a foul, and he's going to go to the line, and the Wolverines are trying to get pumped up a little bit.
And that might be 4 on Smalley. I think that was number 11. That might be his 4th foul. He would be a big loss if he has to come out. Of course, as you said, this is...
It has to be number
1.
Well, it's number 3. I mean, number 11, because I don't think they can put 11 up there.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
And they're saying 3, so maybe it's 3.
It is Smalley. That is 3 on Smalley. Merchant gets the first. Leads down to 5.
Tell you, get that momentum, and he's Coach Molesky's shifting guys in and out.
Yeah. Merchant, and he doesn't.
Oh,
that's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah. Going to be Griswold.
Off of Smalley.
See what they can do here. Tommy Matson bring it in.
Ball is thrown.
Another tip pass.
Finelli with it. Not sure what they called there.
They're calling Michael. There's a call on Michael, and
that's his 3rd.
Wow.
And looks like they're going to...
Wow, block on Matson. It looked like he got elbowed out of the way there, but...
So the Wolverines picking up 2 quick fouls. That's only 3. Only 3 team fouls.
Much better in the first half.
Yeah, the Redcoats have 5. So they're non-shooting fouls. So they do have a couple of fouls to give, which is good. So it really didn't hurt them too much here. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Skinner, no good.
Should have been a foul there.
Merchant.
Oh, he called it
travel.
Tried to be a little too tricky there. Yeah. Got his feet tangled up.
Unfortunately, pirouettes is not something that...
He should have gotten called a foul on him when he scooped the ball up because he got hit.
So the Wolverines have got the lead down to 5. It was 15 at the half. But now they've kind of stopped. Look at that. Look at that. Finelli. 5 threes from Marino Finelli. Lead is back to 8. Wolverines trying to hold it for the last shot of the 3rd. Nice pick there by Suvanants. Here comes Tommy Matson. No good. Suvanants puts it up. Suvanants has got 11 points. Lead is 6. Kevin, game's a lot closer than it was at the end of the first.
Yeah,
at the end of the first half.
Tell you what, they're starting to come back here, starting to play hard like we know they can, and
I don't know why I'm smiling. I got a mask on. Oh, yeah, me either.
Oh, I didn't have my mask on.
It's nose and lips. It's the
oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. That's cool. Thank you. Hey, hold on. Let's get a photo of the photo guy. Here we go. Got it. All right.
So the momentum has switched a little bit here, Mike. Griswold's got a little bit more going on here in this 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can come back all the way. Tell you what, Marino Finelli isn't making it easy for him.
No, he's been tough.
Yeah,
No, he can-
every time it leaves his hand, and they're kind of like moon sharks too. They come down with snow on them,
Yeah.
and they rarely hit the rim. And they say nothing but net. That's what Marino Finelli shoots.
So Finelli has 17 points. Five of those are 3 points.
Yeah,
3-point
those
shots.
baskets. I honestly don't remember him missing a shot, but he must have missed a
He
shot here
did
and
miss
there.
one
He
in
did,
the
huh?
third quarter.
Wow.
All right, so we got 8 minutes of basketball left. 50-44.
So definitely within reach here.
Berlin in the lead. Absolutely. And the Wolverines get the ball to start off the fourth.
Smart passing, being aggressive, getting those rebounds, especially offensive.
Little give and go to Suvanats, and then good. Suvanats turning up the heat a little bit just when it's needed. That one leads down to 4, Kevin.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy. Yeah, watch that kid.
Ooh, there was a little
Smalley,
check there. Huh?
Smalley's good too.
That's
huh?
That's out. And now it seems like Berlin is making the mental mistakes here in the second half.
Nice pass by Tommy.
Nice give and go. No good on Michael Strain, but he's got it, puts it back up. No good. The
Wow.
rebound comes down. Little scrum there.
Calling on Jeff, I think.
Yeah, it was Steck and Suvanants. But the ball's going to go towards Berlin. Have you noticed that the fouls have calmed down on the Strains? They've played a lot better defense and a lot more crisp in the second half, which is good to see. You said, Jesus, when you're out that long.
Yeah, you just get a step behind. That's all. And to think that the Strains could ever in their lifetime be a step behind is just hard to think of. But that's exactly what happens. But they've stepped it up here in the second half. So
yeah, they're Lavender trying to find somewhere to go. No good. And the ball's going to be out of bounds off the knee of a Wolverine. So it's going to stay with Berlin. Merchant almost stole that ball. Finelli.
Without even looking.
No good. Suvanat skies for the rebound. He's got double coverage trying to get it away. Gets it off to Michael Strain. The Wolverines can cut it to 2, maybe even 1. $50-46. Here comes Merch down the lane. Good. It's a 2-point ball game.
Nice drive by Evan. Little floater.
14 points for Merch. They're going to call it a timeout.
I think. Yep.
And I think Berlin needs that timeout right there because we went into the half, and it was a 15-point ball game, 13-point ball game at the half. What do you have?
I didn't even put the halftime score down. Jeez.
No, 12. It was 35-23.
Yes, it was.
35-23 at the half. So they had a 12-point lead. They've whittled it down to 2 points.
Yeah. Merch has got 15. Jeff has 14. And Tommy Matson has 9 all 3-pointers. So Gavin came in with a couple important free throws. I think that kind of helped turn it around too, ever since that technical foul. So they've got a run going here.
Yeah. It's good to see the fans here in attendance in Berlin. A lot of people made it up Griswold. I can see some familiar faces up there.
The over there watching.
What's that?
The Przluckis right down here watching their grandson.
There's Bill and
Gavin.
Deb Przlucky, the owners of Advanced Automotive.
Yeah.
We talked about earlier. His daughter, the Tire Queen. I haven't seen Patrick Strain. I thought he was here. I thought he said he was coming up. He's, of course, the owner and operator has talked about cash for cars. Also, of course, thanks to the Jewett City Savings Bank, who been with us. You know a little bit about that.
I used to.
for being a sponsor here.
Yeah. From day one, pretty much, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. All right,
Okay.
here we go. 2-point game.
See what kind of defense these Wolverines can put on the Redcoats.
Skinner comes up, no good. It was a pick, nice pick set by Lavender. And travel on the Wolverines. So the ball's going to go right back. And the Wolverines are confused as to what really happened there. Check the replay.
And I can not see a thing down in that corner
Yeah.
with Coach walking the sidelines here, but
Steck
it's his
into
jurisdiction.
Finelli.
Don't let that boy shoot.
On over to Smalley. Back up to the top of the key to Lavender.
Hey, Toby Lavender's a really, really good ball handler. He's
Finelli for 3.
it's like a dagger, isn't it?
You know, Silvanats, no good. But he fouls it up with his own rebound. Michael Strain puts it in. And he's going to go to the line.
Great follow. See, that's what wasn't happening in the first half. It was one and done. They take the shot, and there wasn't anybody in position to get that rebound. And they're getting there. They're getting there. So Michael was right where he's supposed to be.
Lucas is going to come out of the game, and his brother Jacob is back into the game right now. So Michael's going to shoot 1. And he gets the roll.
That brings it down to a 2-point
Two-point lead
game,
again.
Michael.
Michael has 5 points. Stolen by Merchant. On a missed pass from Finelli. Merchant driving hard. Gets stopped. Skinner stops him in his tracks.
You got to get rid of the ball.
Got to
Get rid of the ball before it gets taken away.
Michael Strain with the ball. Bounces left. He goes to the hoop, and it's good. We got a tie ball game.
This is crazy, Mike. It's crazy, Mike.
53, 4, 40
Great.
left to go in the ball game.
0-0 right now. Let's see what happens. Don't let that kid shoot.
Don't let Finelli shoot.
He's that
He's
good.
dead-eye, man.
He's that good.
They keep getting it back to Finelli.
I would
Here
too.
it comes. Out to Lavender. No outlet pass over to number 23, Eberhardt. Blocked by Suvat, swatted away.
There's a lot of hands clapping all of a sudden up there in those bleachers, and I think they're related to the Wolverines one way or another.
I think so, too.
Didn't have much clap out in the first half, but I think Jacob got.
Yeah, Eberhardt
there.
went up. Yeah, that was on Jacob. That is his fourth.
I believe, right? And it was kind of because Jacob was a little up. He was out of position. He was in back of the offensive play instead of in front of him in that situation.
So Eberhardt hits the first of 2. He's 2 for 2 from the line.
Right.
Matson, Michael Strain, and Suvanants all getting a break as Eberhardt hits both free throws. Berlin up by 2. Called a travel there on Jacob.
Took a little bit of a skip and got caught.
$55-53. Did you think really that this was going to be as close of a ball game as it is right now?
Not after the first half, Michael.
No.
They were just so out of sync that
Finelli,
he got called for a
he
charge.
got called for a charge. That's his first foul. But the Wolverines are getting the ball back. Gavin D'Amico is back into the game. And he'll be inbounding the ball. He broke the press pretty good there.
Oh,
Don't know who he was throwing it to.
yeah, I think it was Kyle, but what was?
Ryan Stack tried to go for a reverse layup. He called it a merchant. That's 3.
Wow.
And Stack's going to shoot a deuce. And the first one's good. Got a shooter's bounce there.
Because going up, it did not look good at all.
No.
It was way off to the right, I think, and bounced in.
Stack gets them both. The lead back to 4, 57-53. Here we go. Trying to get it over. They do finally. Over to Gavin. He threw up behind Merchant. And it went out of bounds. This is not the time. They want to start off with those mental mistakes again. Because they played a great second half. And guess who's got the ball? Finelli.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want this effort in the second half to go for naught. You know,
Yeah, the Wolverines
you come all the way back, and then you kind of go backwards a little bit.
Wolverines need a stop, but
That'll
think they
foul
gotta-
on Gavin.
that was on D'Amico.
Yeah.
So now they're going to shoot 1 and 1. Both have 17 fouls. It's at Eberhardt. He's 4 for 4 from the line.
Yep. Apparently not the kid you want to foul.
And he hits another one.
Even
5
when
for 5.
Yeah, when he rattles them in.
6, the lead back up to 6 points, and again,
I think that's 3 consecutive turnovers, Mike.
Yep.
Just errors that,
and Berlin
Yeah.
has capitalized on each one.
unforced errors. When you just throw the ball away like that, they've done it 3 times in a row now. And that'll kill you. That'll just kill you. Unforced errors will kill you. They gotta make a stop here. And that was looked like an up and down to me, but
That was Finelli.
mm,
They're saying he did not leave his feet.
they're gonna have to start putting a little pressure on here. There's only 2:26 to go.
Yeah, they're going to start burning some clock here. And is that going to be a foul on Jacob? If so, that's 5. Yeah. So Jacob Strain has fouled out. Wolverines taking a timeout.
They only have him listed for 4, Mike.
Oh, I have him for 5. I don't know why. Maybe I'm. Well, that's good. Let's keep it that way.
I believe I had him for 5 too.
Did you?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
I
would
did.
have been his 5th. 3 in the first half and 2 in the second half.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll go with the scorekeeper.
If they say he's got 4, well, all right. Then he's still in the ball game,
Yeah,
which
good
is
for
good.
us.
So, what do you think the Wolverines have to do, Merch?
Well, they
It's
have to
2:24 to go.
They have to stop. They have to come down and take care of the ball. They got to take care of the ball. They got to get a good shot, and they have to make some stops because that's what's happening on offense. And they've been hurt by fouls, and you get Everhart, and makes 5 foul shots in a row.
I got him 12 for 12 from the line. Do you have any? Did I miss one?
I don't have any misses on mine either.
Yeah.
That
So-
could be very, very right.
What did we say at the beginning?
kill
You're
ya.
going to win and lose the game at the free throw
Yeah.
line.
That's what
And
happens.
they're 12 for 12.
Yeah,
So that's definitely impactful.
I don't have a miss here for them.
I
Not to
do
say
not.
we didn't miss one, but So another 1-on-1 opportunity right now. Or, 1-on-1.
Yep.
And, they go down by 8 with less than 2.5 minutes to go. That's
That'll be a tough deficit,
critical, right?
especially when Berlin's gonna try to burn clock.
And they know they've got Griswold in a bonus situation, 1-on-1 situation.
So by the way, we have a troll in the room. Mound. Hey pal, nobody cares about the tornadoes, okay? I like that.
Oh, I think their first miss.
Who was that on the line?
That was Lavender.
Lavender. Trying to get him out to come out. No good. They cannot get the ball underneath. Gonna have to be a little more compact.
Down to 2 minutes, and then they call a block. So that's a plus.
So he's gonna shoot 2.
Is that Skinner?
I think so, yeah. It was Skinner, yeah.
I think that's only his second, I think.
They have for 5 up there. I don't know.
No, we'll take that because
he didn't, though. That's only a second. He didn't have 5.
Can't be.
Wait a minute.
What is going on? I only have him down here for 2-5.
I have him down for 2 as well. Either way, Kyle Melville is coming in the game.
This is the most odd thing.
Yeah. So Lucas hits the first one.
We are at the same game as the scorer. Right?
Yeah, I know. Did we slip into the matrix somewhere?
Wow. I only have 2 fouls.
I do too. I don't know what happened. And he gets the roll. 4 points for Lucas Strain. 59-55.
They have to stop here. They have to stop.
Oh! Suvanats fouls it up. We got a 2-point ball game again. Suvanats with 15. And ball's coming back to the Wolverines. Griswold forced a turnover. 59-57. They could tie it up or even take the lead.
Tell you, the Redcoats coach over there is not happy, and I'll tell you what, that he better be careful. Because when a ref gets too much of an earful, they don't like it.
Jacobs back in the game. Evan takes a seat. Tommy Matson gets the ball on over to Lucas. And
Griswold calls time. Minute 18, 2-point game. As you said, Mike, I didn't expect it to get this interesting.
Yeah, neither did I. But that's good.
It's great.
That's a good thing.
It's great. It's great.
I mean, the first half definitely went to the Redcoats, but the Wolverines have come storming back, which is
well, we talked this morning about
solid,
kind of heart and soul, and what's it a lot to do with how you play the game.
Exactly.
So you're putting it all leaving it all on the floor, whatever happens here. You got to give them credit for whatever happens here, because coming back from the first half, the way they played is pretty astonishing, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Molesky told him in the locker room, but the first half was just filled with unforced errors by the Griswold Wolverines.
And they had a stretch here in the second half, too. I think three bad passes in a row on consecutive possessions, and they've overcome that again. So they've come back to be within 2 with the ball. I mean, 3 would put them ahead right now, which would be the first time in the game, I think, because I don't think they were ahead
I think they were ahead 2-0. That's it. All right, so here we are. Let's set the stage. Minute 18 to go. 59-57. The Wolverines trying to tie it up or even take the lead. They have come storming back here in the second half. And after the way they played the first half, who would have thunk it? Two totally different teams.
Oh, and they make that bad pass.
And he traveled with it. And the Wolverines are going to get it right back. Beautiful steal by Berlin. Okay, Merchant back into the game. Lucas is going to take a seat. Get a respite. Only 2 clicks off of the clock, so we're down to $1.16. Tommy Matson with the ball, going to bring it down. He's being guarded by Melville, who came into the game for a player that fouled out that we had no idea. Both of us.
Boy.
Matson, he double coverage on him, gets it over to Suvanant. Melville, who's pretty crisp. And they called a travel on Tommy Matson. He's not arguing the point.
Yeah.
So he kind of knew.
As the shortest kid on the court, he got himself in a bad position on the hoop there.
Yeah.
He had no way out.
48.3 to go. Berlin up by 2. God, why do I feel we're going to see Scott Burrell to tape George?
Jeez. Don't grab him.
They're going to have to call timeout. Timeout, yeah. They couldn't get the ball in, so Berlin has to burn a timeout here. You can't get much more even than this. Berlin up by 2. Both have 18 fouls. I still want to find out how Skinner fouled out.
Unless we
only had him for 2, and they got him for 5. Oh, the technical.
Well, that's still would
right.
only be
The technical and the regular, but that would still be 4.
right.
I still have him at 4. I don't know.
That would still be 4, right? Yeah.
And that's what we would have had.
Yeah.
Been 4.
Well, we it's not beneath us to miss one.
No.
COVID stat.
So we have an interesting situation here. With,
So, Merch, welcome to the broadcast booth.
yeah, boy. Boy, what a hot and heavy first game here, Mike. It's been fun, though.
It has been fun.
See if these guys can play some good defense. And
So Berlin has the ball. You know they're going to try to burn clock. So what happens here? How far does the clock go down before they foul?
a little ways.
20?
Yeah, half of this, I was going to say.
Here we go. The ball is in. It's stolen by Suvanant. Look at that. Straight puts it up. And we get a tie ball game. That was Michael Strain. I got to call a block. And is that going to be Lucas? That's on Lucas.
That inbounds pass, I think, ended up bouncing off the Redcoat player's foot, and then bounced right to Griswold.
So Eberhardt,
lucky bounce.
5 for 5 from the line, and he makes the first one, 60-59. 6 for 6 now. 1-point game, and he hits them both. 7 for 7 from the line. Suvanant with the rebound, trying to get away. They're going to call a jump ball. No, Suvanant gets away, puts it up, no good, bouncing around. Wolverines control the ball. Timeout.
Oh. And Evan hits a 3-point.
Molesky calls a timeout.
Wow.
20 seconds to go. 20.6.
I thought Jeff got kind of mugged under the basket there, but
So is this your first basketball game ever that you've done?
Yeah. Yep. See what I bring to the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The merch.
Yeah. Well.
Huh?
1-0.
1-0. Yeah. This is the second game. Different team, huh? From the first half?
I like to be in that huddle right now. See what coach got cooking up. Is it going to be a set play or look for the open man?
Do you go for one shot, tie the ball game?
Or go for one shot, win the ball game?
You could do that too.
Outside, if Tommy's in there, it'd be a Tommy, Jacob, Evan kind of a thing. Inside, you look for.
Is Kyle Root in there? He's another 3-point threat. So you got Souvenance.
Jeff and Michael underneath.
Evan, Tommy.
Jacob, Tommy, or Evan could take
Yeah.
a three or the outside shot, and then you get Jeff and Michael under.
So here we go.
Just good passes.
20.6. It's all coming down to this play right here, possibly. How many of you are at the edge of your seats right now? I know I am.
Me too. The Griswold assistant is having a discussion with one of the refs, and now the refs are getting together to talk about it a little more, whatever that was about.
I'm not sure, but they're talking about it.
They are. Maybe where the ball comes in. I don't know. Guess that's not it.
Maybe they're discussing dinner, what they're going to eat after the game.
Could be.
Merchant to inbound. Gets it over to Tommy Matson.
We got to get a shot off. That's all we know. Down to 10 seconds.
10 seconds. Souvenance with the ball to Merchant. He's going to drive the lane. It's going to be no good. They're going to put it back up, but he's fouled.
1.8. Pressure here.
Strain fouled with 1.8 seconds to go in the ball game.
No pressure here. Also a chance of a missed foul shot and then a rebound back up and in. Let's get the first one, though, Michael.
This one is a very important free throw for Michael Strain. It's up. Good. $10 points for Strain.
If he got, we'll have very careful not to foul.
We're going to call a timeout.
We'll try to ice Michael a little bit here.
61-60.
Wow.
And the Wolverines
What a barn burner.
on the line for one more.
Again, even with a miss, Griswold sneak in and get a rebound, put it back up and in, win the game. So you just never know what could happen here.
It's funny because, I mean, even with 1.8 seconds left, there are a lot of possibilities that could happen.
I'm going to guess that if he hits it, that Berlin will call timeout and set something up, maybe a long pass. Try to catch somebody with a foul, set it up so that somebody unintentionally ends up fouling. They have plays like that. Who knows what might be up their sleeve.
I said a while ago, too. I said, my God, I hope they're going to have the Burrell to Tate George play.
Yeah, and hope it wasn't the opposite way, right?
I just said, well, maybe it'll happen. I didn't say who.
Either way, both these teams have given a pretty entertaining game this afternoon. They played a pretty entertaining game. Griswold coming back like they have, and Berlin just scrapping and fighting it out to the bitter end here.
Yeah. Wolverines have played very, very tough in the second half. And,
whole different team. They've been
a completely different game than the team in the half. You're right.
So let's see what happens here, Michael.
Look at Souvenance. He's ready. Just in case. He's got to get the rebound and pop it back in. The kid can dunk. It's up. Good. Here's the pass. It's up. Oh! They're going to count it. They're going to count it. There is no way.
That was 1.8 seconds. There is no way in the world. He picked the ball up. He drove the basket. There is no
And
way.
the refs are hightailing it.
There is
no way that happens.
I got it on film.
We got it on film. 63-61 final score.
With 1.8, there's no way. He picked that ball up, drove 20 feet to the hoop without 2 seconds going by. Wow.
I don't know how that happens.
Yeah, me neither.
I just don't know how that happens. That's a little sus, folks. That's a little sus.
Okay.
But, we're going to review the tape on this one.
He didn't get it off in time.
Yeah.
Double zeros, the ball's in his hand.
That's right. We're looking at the tape right now. Time had expired, and he still had the ball in his hand.
Double zeros right there. The ball is in his hands. He's throwing it up. He's holding it.
Rep.
He didn't get it off. What? Double zeros, he has the ball in his hand.
He didn't even get it off.
It was way after.
Yeah.
He's holding it.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
The refs are halfway home.
Yeah.
just
They
so
left.
You know.
They
No,
you see them run.
they
They grab
took
their bags.
Okay, Michael.
Anyway,
It is what it is right now. And they want to sound like sour grapes, but
Mrs. Murch said he didn't get the shot off in time.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Either way, it was one hell of a ball game.
Yeah.
One hell of a ball game.
There's no way you take the ball from the outside of the court, you put it basically under your arm, drive to the hoop in 1.8 seconds. So they got that one stolen a little bit from him after such a great comeback, and Michael hitting 2 free throws to tie it up. That was too bad. But guess what?
And Cameron on the camera, he was all over it, man. He saw it and he pulled it up and he showed us.
Yep.
And I don't think I've ever seen refs hightail it out of here as fast as they did.
As Coach said, no, that's what they do now. They do it. They get off the court as quickly as they can. Normally, no matter what the score is, but in this particular instance, I think it was warranted.
I think so too.
But it's a game. It's done.
It happens. It's a
goes
game
down
of
as a
human
loss.
errors.
No.
No, we have it on. We have it on camera.
Double zeros, here's the ball in his hands.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's a game of human errors too. So I mean, what are you gonna do? This one did not go the way of the Wolverines.
Yeah.
Not much you can do about it.
And it's not an ECC game.
No.
It's a game against a very tough, very good team. We have to admit, Berlin. I think the refs kind of stole the game, but Berlin didn't steal the game because they played very, very well today. They had a couple of kids, Skinner, Finelli, Smalley played well. And that's who hit the final two to win the game for them. But you take every opportunity to learn how to be better next time out.
Yeah, we gotta get.
And again, if there's anything Coach Lesky can tell these kids, guess what? You played 2 halves and you were 2 different teams. And the team in the second half is the team I want to come out in the first half next week. And they'll have a whole week of practice together before they play again. So they will definitely get better. They'll gel better. They'll be in sync. They'll have all of their personnel. The full squad will be together, and they'll be a different team next week.
Yeah, there are a lot of events here at William A. Gibney Auditorium here in Berlin, Connecticut. There's another game that's coming up. We won't be calling it. We'll be hightailing it ourselves on out of here. But it's a girls' contest. The Lady Redcoats taking on the Lady Killingly basketball team, since they don't have a moniker anymore. So it's Killingly against Berlin.
Yeah,
at
so
girls contest.
everybody's traveling. Everybody's doing some
Everybody's traveling. Everybody, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate the time. Let's go over. Let's see the points. Subinats had 16 points. Merchant 14, and Michael Streen had 11.
Two big ones at the end.
Yeah,
too.
Finelli, you got to give it to him
Oh,
for Berlin, 20 points. 18 of those points, 3-point goals. Skinner also, he came up big, 16 points. And then, you got to take a look at River Eberhardt as well. 7 for 7 from the line. So let's see, 7, 12, 14 out of 15 as a team from the free throw line. That's the game right there.
Yeah.
There's your game.
Yep. They again taking nothing away from this Berlin Redcoat team.
No, absolutely not.
They played very, very well, and they beat Griswold fair and square. Other than the fact that the last 1.8 seconds was about 4 seconds long. That's what about it.
It's a good point, Mr. Merchant. All right, we are going to call it for the afternoon. We don't have another game, really. Let's see.
Next Friday the 7th.
Next Friday the 7th.
And I think, let me just double check here, Michael.
You're looking at the wrong schedule.
Yeah, thank goodness, because I'm glad they're not playing Bristol Eastern. Yes, they play next
The next
Friday.
game is Stonington away, which we will have here on SNSN. It's a 7 o'clock game. That's Friday, January 7th. First game of the new year for the Wolverines. Griswold against Stonington. So we're going to take the long trek home, and it'll be a little bit longer after that last play for Kevin the Merchant. The Merch. See? I'm Mike Monarski and Cam Steniski on the camera, who got probably the best shot of all, the one at the end of the game. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and have a great evening.